and worked extremely hard on this over the last few days. And we've come to an agreement. What this bill does is it tightens up the bail bond process here in Georgia, allowing for better communication between the courts and the bail bondsman. We've also opened up the opportunity, if you look on page 8 on line 192, where it says no more than 3 cash bonds may be posted per year by an individual, corporation, organization, charity, nonprofit, corporation, or group in any jurisdiction. What we have done with that is we have pulled in nonprofits that wanted to come in. We had gotten a lot of pushback from certain organizations saying that our jails were being overcrowded with individuals who should be able to make bond. So we want to give these organizations the opportunity to participate in the process and get some of these folks out. Another big portion of the bill is prior, if an individual's out on surety, the person who stood for that surety, whether it be their mother, their father, another relative, or a bonding company, got them out. If that individual failed to show up in court that day, the family would lose their surety after a certain amount of time. And then later they would come back and say the reason that person wasn't there is because they were deceased, they were incarcerated, they were being held somewhere else in the country, and the court did not accept that as an excuse for them not being in court. So what we've done is we've cleared that obstruction out of the way, because it's certainly not grandmother shouldn't lose her house because Johnny was in jail in Alabama and could not get back over here to Georgia to answer the court. Those were the two main, and the other thing is that the judges who assess bonds have to be appointed or elected. It cannot be temporary judges placed in just to fill spots. Filling a vacancy of an elected judge was also struck from the legislation. But this is the bill that passed out of the Senate, went over to the House, went through the process over there, and like I said, after some fine-tuning over the past few days, has come up with something I think that is beneficial for the public safety of Georgia and for the industries and nonprofits that want to address the crowding and overcrowding of our jails. Mike 6.
Chairman Robertson, I want to thank you, or Whip Robertson, sorry, I want to thank you for all your hard work. This bill was a carryover from last year, as everyone may remember, didn't make it through before Sonny died, so I know y'all worked on this over the summer and throughout the fall and winter, and I think you perfected it, and it seems like we have consensus. The members of the House Conference Committee have already signed the committee report, so it's up to us now. We have a Senate rule that requires us to do this in a public meeting. I don't know that the House has that same requirement. So thank all of you for being here today, and I'll let our pro tem make some comments before we take action.
Mr. Whip, thank you for that. And just very briefly, I too want to offer my appreciation, Mr. Whip, for the work that you put into this, monitoring it in the off season and continuing to move it forward. Thanks for those of you that have an interest. I want to thank the House for their work on this as well, and the collaborative spirit that brought us to the point where we've got something that's workable for everybody today. So thank y'all.
Chairman Whip Roberts, I move that we accept this conference committee report and that we authorize the 3 of us to sign it.
Second.
All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Thank you. Motion carries.
All right.